Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up those football gods. Okay, I guess vacation, road trip, whatever you want to call it, is done and over with. It's time to get back to work. I'm still getting back into swing of things, and still, I'm on Cali time, and hear that this morning, literally just about an hour ago, there was a 3.3 earthquake in L.A. I'm glad I was not there for that one. Hopefully, nothing got broken. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt, and hopefully, there's no aftershocks with that as well. So, thoughts for everybody out in California. I'm glad to be on the East Coast where we only get an earthquake about once every, 100 years or so. Although when we got one, it was scary. I remember it was scary. I literally thought the house was possessed. But be that as it may, as we get ready for the draft, which is literally, can you believe 25 days and 12 hours from right now is the draft? I got so much to do, man. I've got a new wrinkle for the draft. I'm not going to tell you guys just yet, but I'm working on something special. We are going to have a ball at the draft. Everybody who is a channel member will be able to actually Skype in and be part of the studio audience. I guess you're remote studio audience like we did last year. I've got a bunch of work I'm still doing on the outdoor cave here. Basically, I got 3 weeks to get it done. Actually, less time than that because I got to make sure I test it and make sure it's working good. I hope you guys tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live stream. We'll be talking about what else? The Dallas Cowboys. And I think tonight I'm actually going to do my mock draft, try and get the first round and see what I think may happen on here. And of course, thanks to Howard Floyd, Joseph Heatherly, as well as Dr. Phillip, and there's another person. My mind escapes me. We'll be giving away one of these tonight. That's right. We'll be giving one of these away tonight, Friday night, Monday night, Friday night, Monday night, and Friday night, because they've actually made donations to the channel that are going to basically have us give one of these away to one of you great fans. So tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you've done a super chat, if you've done help for the channel, if you've become a channel member, you are eligible for the drawing. So as we get ready for the season, we already know that we've been bringing in some defensive players, which is a great start, okay? We've had a youth movement because we've kind of moved on to some of the other players that are younger. We ended up getting rid of our punter. We ended up getting rid of our long snapper. We still don't know about Sean Lee. Sean Lee may be a Jason Witten situation where if he does still want to play, that it more than likely will be someplace else. And that's kind of sad. In the end, very rarely do you have the Peyton Manning situations where Peyton Manning left Indianapolis, goes to Denver, goes to 2 Super Bowls, winning one of them. More times than not, it's just kind of like you're just holding on. You can't honestly look at what Jason Witten did last year for the Raiders as, a great season. It really wasn't. It was one of those ones where you wish he had retired at the end of the season with the Cowboys and, called it a quits there. But unfortunately, didn't. It just doesn't happen. Although I can't say DeMarcus Ware, but he wasn't on the end of his career. He really wasn't. Anyway, be that as it may, the Dallas Cowboys season, let's be honest with you, people are going through and saying, who's going to be our backup quarterback? We got to make sure we have a great backup quarterback and things. The reality is this. If you had a quarterback that was really going to win you a lot of games, they'd be a starting quarterback. The fact that Andy Dalton, and I'm not trying to throw shade on Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton was a really good quarterback for a number of years. The fact that Andy Dalton, in his rating around 27th last year, got a starting job for the Bears should let you know there's not a lot of hope. There's just not enough starting quarterbacks to go around, let alone having 2 good quarterbacks in there. It just doesn't work. We thought that the Eagles had a great quarterback situation for several years, having Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. Ended up being Nick Foles was really good and got him to the playoffs, but of course that couldn't last because Nick Foles played well enough that Jacksonville said, hey, let's give you $25 million a year. And that didn't work out. You thought that, okay, they ended up drafting Hurts. You got a good backup quarterback there for Carson Wentz. Well, the jury's still out on that situation, but of course Carson Wentz is gone. So the reality is you're not going to have high-quality backup quarterbacks. What it's really about is keeping your quarterback upright and making the most of the opportunities. Now, they, of course, are saying that, we want Dak to run less. And a lot of that's going to be it's going to be what happens on the field is going to dictate it. You're not going to design a lot of plays for the quarterback to run, but sometimes the quarterback will be running for his life if the offensive line cannot block. And that's just the nature of the beast. You're going to have the quarterback who's going to be moving around the pocket, and having to sometimes say, there's nothing there. Let me tuck it in and run. It wasn't designed to be a run, but it was kind of like, here's the circumstances. We got to get the hell out of Dodge. But if the offensive line, the potential for the Dallas Cowboys offense is huge. When you think about Kansas City's offense, and I know the trolls are going to be saying, how dare you compare the Dallas Cowboys to, the Kansas City Chiefs. The reality was we were averaging when Dak Prescott was upright with an ass offensive line, a makeshift one, and Zeke Elliott way below. We were averaging more points than Kansas City by 3 a game. You let CeeDee Lamb mature a year. If Zeke Elliott can just turn it up a notch, that'd be 2016. If he can just turn it up some, if we can get better play out of our offensive line, and we should with some of the younger guys that are got some experience going down the stretch. Your Tyler Baddish, even Steele, having played 13 games, having an off season now, should be better. I'm not saying that he should be a starter, but if he's got to play valuable time, he got better. And Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins. You can look at this and say, this conceivably could be one of the best offenses in football. Call me crazy. You can call me crazy, but that is the truth. And if that's the case, you probably won't see Dak Prescott having to run much. So we'll have to wait and see how that dynamic goes. Looking at this draft, I can't wait till it kicks off to see what we get. Hopefully that first pick will be an immediate game changer and starter for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that being said, I've still really got to dig back deep in getting into everything that is the Cowboys. It's a little bit quiet right now. We're still waiting on what's going to happen with KJ Wright. It's literally been a week that we heard that the Cowboys and KJ Wright have interest. Now that Easter's over, maybe they'll get back to work, and maybe we'll find out something happening with that. Because that would be a great addition to this defense. With that being said, I'm going to go to work. I've got to get back out here. I got a whole bunch of these that I got to get put together, and I've got to get this canopy done so we can get back working on getting the set put together. But as always, friends, I want to make sure that I thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. See you tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
One hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is